Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Broadcasting Lounge, your home for top tier virtual racing action. Tonight we bring you round 5 of the Supercars NZ MRP GT3 Series, coming to you live from the legendary Virginia International Raceway. We've crossed the halfway point of the season and the championship battle is heating up. After 4 rounds of high octane bumper to bumper GT3 action, the pressure is on, and tonight's technical, fast flowing VIR circuit is sure to test every ounce of skill, strategy and stamina these drivers have to offer. Expect high drama in the S's, battles down the back straight and split second decisions through Oak Tree and Hogpen. This track rewards precision and punishes mistakes, and in a series as competitive as the MRP GT3's, every point counts. Whether you're backing your favourite driver or just love world-class sim racing, you've picked the right place to be. Grab your drinks, get comfortable, and let's go racing, Supercars NZ style. I'm Shane White and we're doing things a little bit differently tonight. Alongside me in the lounge, joining us from in-car and talking us through all the action on track is Sean McNamara and Aaron Goodrick. How's it going, guys?
Awesome, mate.
Yeah, good. Just trying to punch out a lap, hopefully, before the end of quali.
We are coming to the end of quali at the moment, and we've got race details up on screen now. Track map on the right, very twisty, fast-flowing, tricky technical section through the S's, and will be a big challenge for all the guys on track tonight. 22 degrees ambient temperature, clear skies, so we're looking at pretty warm conditions out there on track for us at the moment.
We sure are. What do you think there, Aaron? What are we going? Yeah, 34 degrees?
Yeah, I got 34 on the old telemetry here at the moment, so it's not too bad, but yeah, it's certainly a little bit off fresh.
Yeah, that sun beating down, baking the track, making it nice and slippery for everybody. We are, as we mentioned, in qualifying at the moment, and we can get in car with Aaron Goodrick on a lap, currently sitting P9, looking to move up.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't quite know if I'm going to sneak this one in before the time runs out, but we might have to settle with P9 for the start tonight, but we'll see if we make the line in time.
Oh, bit of a correction there, good illustration. Running on board on the roll bar up through that S's section. Very cool section of track coming through Oak Tree there, and bit of a slide on exit. How's the Delta looking?
Unfortunately, a little bit messy up through the roller coaster there and through past Oak Tree. Got a bit out of shape, so that will be it'll be P9 unless anyone else jumps in front now in the last closing stages. We'll have to settle for that. How are you looking, Sean?
Sounds like Sean's settled with his qualifying time and gone to get a beer out of the fridge.
It very much did sound like that, but he's currently 3 in front of me, so Sean's going to start off P6, I'll be off P9, so it'll be interesting. These cars do take a long time to warm up the tyre, so the first 2 or 3 laps will be definitely a little bit on edge, and hopefully everyone can keep it together and we'll set it up from there.
Yeah, plenty of talk this season about the new tyre model and just how long it does take to get up to temperature. We can have a quick look at the grid. So we've got Stefan McCartan on pole. Jaco Venter is going to line up alongside him on the front row. Then we've got Nico Cordia and Tinnis Venter just in behind on the second row there. Roger Forbert and Sean McNamara on row 6, and then Hogan Shrimpton and Noah Kitcher on row 4. And then Aaron Goodrick lining up 9th, Adam Hughes rounding out the top 10, Rob Carwood 11th, Steve Darren 12th, Leith Swinney, Wayne Hartnell, Louis Robertson, Dan Turner, Kristen Jenkins, James McKenzie, Grant Bristow, Andre Elliott, Bill Kilgour, Kevin DeFunterim, Alan Scott, Richard Fauci, Chris Zaluski, Fauché, sorry.
Sorry, I'm doing. Sorry, mate. My bad.
All good, Sean. Tom McCall, 27th. Pete Rotmitz, Dan Nolan, Peter Vanderberg, Ross Watson, Blake Greenhill, And then we've got Steve Vella off the back of the grid.
I don't think everyone will make it to the grid, but most of that should be correct there. Shano?
Yeah, so it's not an unusual occurrence to have one or two cars pull out before the start of the race, but 33 cars have joined the server tonight. We'll see how many we get on track. What are you guys looking out for at the circuit with such a big field tonight?
So looking out for every car around me.
It will, in my opinion, it's certainly going to be the first probably 2 or 3 laps, just making sure no one gets loose in front of you and you don't, drive into someone else's incident. It's very easy to do, especially in these first few laps. Everyone's pushing to make spots, but they're very on edge. So I'll just be settling as we start to roll off now.
Yeah. Good luck to you, Aaron.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have any sort of too closer battles or too closer contact. Well, both in the stream here tonight, but it would be a cool little change to have a bit of a couple of drivers on board.
Yeah, well, this is definitely something different. Good luck to you, Shane, having to put up with us.
Yeah, I'm going to need
Appreciate
it.
you, mate.
Thanks
I'm going to go around that.
Thanks to Scotty Pickering in the comments section as well, and apologies for my error with not updating the description on YouTube. I'll get that sorted on the video that uploads post stream, but I haven't updated it from last week, which is why it's showing as Spa. But we are getting ready to go. Green flag up in the air.
Green, green, green.
And Stephen McCartan leads them away. Already down to single file for the first couple of rows. Everybody jostling for position in behind those. Stephen McCartan going to lead them down into turn 1. Jaco Venter holding position ahead of Nick Accordia. Hogan Shrimpton and Noah Kitcher having a bit of a battle over P7 and P8 there. Hogan and Noah continuing to go side by side as everybody starts to settle down into single file now. Getting up through the snake now. Oh, big moment there. Looks like Adam Hughes hard into the wall, into the tyre barrier. Looks like he's able to limp it away, but he has to be careful on that rejoin, and he's probably going to be limping it back to the pits as everybody makes their way up through the roller coaster for the first time. Super impressive section of track that is.
It certainly didn't feel very gripped up. Let's put it that way. I can see a car off to my right there in the weeds. Unfortunately, someone's had another incident.
I'm definitely a nana on the first lap. Hogan is all over me in the...
Adam Hughes has gone around again on the exit of the oak tree I've just seen in the background there, so he is probably suffering from some damage from that crash he had into the tyres. I did also see data on Heath Mann going off track as well, so he...
Hogan's gone! Oh, what a save! Sorry, mate. Get all excited. Old Heath doesn't do much.
So... Go on, Sean.
Heath doesn't... Sorry, Heath hasn't done much practice, so he just wings it every week in the old GT3s. And his point situation sort of explains that when you see where he's at.
Nothing like
seen another off in my mirror at turn 2 there. A little incident.
Yeah, I've
Did
got
Hogan
Steve
get in your way?
Darren off track.
Oh, Steve Darren. Yeah. Lots of data for you there, Shane.
Yeah, a few things to go back and look at once things do settle down. Steve's recovered it back onto the track. It looks like he had a little half spin and ended up off the track and just had to wait for the field to go by. Hogan Shrimpton and Noah Kitcher continuing to have a battle just behind Sean. In fact, between our two commentators tonight.
Yeah. Hogan was all over me. I think the aero of the car in front definitely affects you, especially with cold tyres as well. So, would have been a bit dodgy, first lap for most people.
Noah's still running the special livery on his car, celebrating his nan's birthday last week.
Oh, she's such a lovely lady. You know, Noah's our new young gun too as well, so he went out there, he's in a race with a bunch of old men.
Just had a big slide on coming out of the last corner, and now we're side by side.
Yeah, Rob Carwood in the Monster Mustang there, getting the position.
He's quite pacey.
Got a reputation to live up to running a Monster Mustang as well. We're used to seeing Monster Mustangs putting on some good battles when we're watching real supercars.
Exactly. The one in the NASCAR too is Red Bull taking that as well.
There's a monster car in the Cup Series, but it's a Toyota, I believe.
Oh, there's a bit of debris on track coming out of the oak tree corner.
Oh,
A bit of a flag.
Hogan pushing very hard, and Hogan and Noah both pushing very, very hard into oak tree there.
Yeah, they were side by side on the way in there, and Hogan just ran wide, attempted to make the pass on the outside by the look of it.
Are you in behind Rob? Are you Aaron?
Yeah, just currently running P10, just stuck in behind this little battle of Hogan and Noah, and Rob's just sitting back here watching as well.
You saving any fuel? Do we need to save any fuel for this?
No, to be honest, I haven't actually looked, and I am flat out. But the tyres have only really sort of started to come together now. That's how long these tyres really take to really get going and warmed up. It feels a bit more stable now. So.
So what you're saying, Aaron, is you'll tell them in about 10 minutes' time.
In the race is
yeah. When I'm needing to pit, I'll let you know.
Well, we must thank Hogan for the setup too tonight. He's spent a lot of time, like almost unemployed. He was on the sim every time I jumped on. He was on doing laps. So thanks for the setup there, Hogan.
Dan Nolan and Tom McCall having a good battle out on track at the moment. Dan has just got back ahead of Tom.
Oh, nice. Who's our weekly sponsor, Shane? That's all you tonight, unfortunately. I know you used to rely on Corey for that one.
Yeah, Devil's Cut Barbecue. We should have... Do we have Grant on track tonight? He was in the...
Grant should be on track,
yep.
And you can even drag him up if you want to have a chat to him about that.
Andre Elliott in the background going off. Yeah, we can drag Grant up and have a chat. That's probably the easiest way to get all the information on Devil's Cut is just go get it straight from the horse's mouth. What can you tell us about Devil's Cut, Grant?
Oh, that's really good timing. Hold on, let's get through this corner. Competition barbecue team. We do a bit of catering, just to sort of self-fund and that. We've actually got a competition coming up in a couple of weeks for anyone that's interested in New Plymouth. 8th and 9th, I think it is, of August. So if people are hanging around.
Is that down at East End Reserve again?
Yeah, same place, yeah. We like coming to New Plymouth because the weather's always top-notch, especially in August. But it is generally the start of the barbecue season, I guess you could call it. We do about 12 competitions a year just for a national points chase. A lot of fun. A lot of travel and that, but yeah, very sociable bunch of people. Awesome sort of hobby, just like sim racing.
100%.
Yeah, very cool. And thank you very much for catering the Supercars NZ Bathurst weekend last year as well, and feeding us all with some very good food, as Kristen Jenkins has a big moment in front of you and you just got yourself a free spot.
Yeah, I know. I got some free brown stuff for that one.
Very cool. It was very much appreciated, and I think we can vouch for just how good the food that you create is.
Oh, thanks very much, Shane. Nice words. Yeah, we try our best. Doesn't always work out 100%, but we try and be nice and consistent. As we all know, it's cooking with fire and with meat, and everything can affect it. Weather, atmospheric pressure, the meat that you're using. Yeah, heaps of variables, just like racing, really. And yeah, it's always a challenge.
Absolutely. Alright, well, it looks like you've got your hands full with Andre Elliott all over the back here, so we'll let you concentrate. Cheers,
yeah, cheers, mate. I've lost a couple of seconds on right off.
Cheers, mate. Alright, so interestingly,
Yeah.
we were wondering
Chatting
about
away.
pit stops, we were wondering about fuel. Stephen McCartan's been through the lane.
Yeah, I'm almost trying to lift now. I think something weird's going on there, to be honest. I don't think we need to pit. Normally we don't in the race one. But
Yeah,
I
well,
could be wrong.
We didn't see a pit stop in race 1 at Spa for most people last week, did we? And that's a very
That's a
thirsty
long
track.
Yeah.
Hey Sean, should we play a little game? You tell me how much fuel's in your tank, and then I'll have a look at mine and tell you if I want to.
14 litres. Exactly 14.
I'm 14.4 and I'm just down the road from you, so it's probably about bang on to each other, to be honest.
3.3 a lap. Because it's a timed race, we're coming up to complete 6 laps.
I think we're going to be all right here. I don't see the need to stop
No.
currently from my telemetry.
Neither. But
Oh, we got side by side battles here in front of me. 3 guys really going at it.
that's a cue for Shane to get on that.
Yeah, I was looking for Aaron's name to find who it might be.
We've got
I
another
knew you
picture
would.
of Rob Carmichael going side by side through the last few corners with Lee Sweeney not far off the back wing of those cars either.
Yes, I've managed to find that battle now, and that was Leith trying to go around the outside of Rob. Wasn't quite able to make it work though. So yeah, interesting that Stefan's come in and taken a stop when you guys are pretty confident that not going to need fuel in this one. So wonder what's going on there for Stefan. Has he forgotten to put the race setup on after qualifying,
Yeah.
maybe?
Andy, that's probably what it is.
That's a big mistake for a guy that puts in as many hours of practice as Stefan does. Just goes to show though, everybody's human, everybody can make mistakes, even the best of us.
Andy. Me, it's normally in pit lane.
Or forgetting to start your car on the grid, eh?
I don't. Yeah. Well, at least I don't delete the race leader. So start that. Hey, it's not a war.
Yeah, that
War of
was,
words.
that was a fair comeback.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to keep Hogan behind me. I'm guessing we've got 2 laps left? 3 laps left? 2 laps.
If it's 3 laps, we will be getting very, very light on juice. 2 laps, we should be well and safe.
Oh, he's already got past me. Just like that.
I would think we've got this one and one more. Yeah, we're coming down to 2 minutes remaining, and Yako's not even halfway through the current lap. So next time he crosses the start-finish line, that should be the white flag. I haven't gone back and looked at some of the early incidents, so we can quickly go and do that. So we had Adam Hughes going off. Just a bit too much curb on cold tyres, and they didn't like it, and the car went around. We also had Heath Mann off track. Oh, very similar thing, attacking those curbs and a little bit of the grass up through the roller coaster, and again, cold tyres not liking the extra load and just went around on them. And we have Steve Darren going off on lap 2. Bit too much right foot on the exit of turn 1 and got very loose, ended up off track and had to wait for the field to come through before he could rejoin safely. So Jaco Venter should be on the final lap now, just 10 seconds remaining.
He is on the final lap. We have the white flag.
Gamma Flare battle for the win in progress as well. Nico Cordia just in behind Jaco, so battle between teammates, and they've taken advantage of whatever mistake Stefan made that forced him to pit.
I was just lucky enough to sneak one off Leith there through the turn 5-6 complex. A little bit of a backup in traffic and got side by side.
Last chance for Nico to get the spot is going to be at the end of the back straight here. He's not looking like he's pushing too hard. Obviously not going to try a big deep lunge on his own teammate, and unless Jaco makes a mistake from here, he should have this pretty well secured. Not really a lot of chances where you can go for an overtaking move, and he gets out of the final corner nice and clean. Nico is going to tuck into the slipstream, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to be able to take advantage of that. Jaco Venter holds on and takes out the win in race 1. Nico Cordia second. Actually, a Gamma Flare podium. No, Tinnis isn't Gamma Flare, is he? Is he? He is. Yeah, Tinnis is Gamma Flare as well, so a Gamma Flare podium lockout. 1, 2, 3 for that team. Awesome stuff. Roger Forbert coming home in P4. Hogan Shrimpton 5th. Macca 6th.
Cheers, mate.
Noah Kitchen home in 7th. Rob Carwood 8th. Aaron Goodrick in 9th. Leith Swinney rounding out the top 10. Dan Turner 11th. Louis Robertson 12th. Wayne Hartnell 13th. Steve McCartan coming home 14th after being the only person to pit in that race, bar a few who had incidents early on. Kristen Jenkins 15th, Andre Elliott 16th, Chris Zalewski 17th, Bill Kilgour 18th, Dan Nolan 19th, Heath Mann 20th, Grant Bristow 21st, our raceweek sponsor, Tom McCall 22nd, James McKenzie 23rd, Adam Hughes 24th, Richard Fauci 25th, Kevin DeFunterum 26th, Steve Darren 27th, Alan Scott coming home off the lead lap in 28th, and Steve Bella 29th. Looks like 4 cars not taking the race start tonight that did join the server. 29 cars in the race, so a good turnout and a very good showing for Gamma Flare in that one.
So if I look at these results, we actually didn't even make any positions there, Sean. We didn't lose any, didn't make any, but that's not all bad.
Sean
Unfortunately.
Sean can't hear you at the moment. He's up talking to race control.
just sussing things out. I just also was just looking. I see we've got an invert 5 for the feature, so that's Sean's just missed that by 1 spot for starting off pole for the second race, unfortunately. So he'll be off P6, and I'll still be off P9, and the front 5 boys will have a bit of a shake-up.
Yeah, we're going to see Stephen McCartan coming through from outside of the top 10 after pinning in that one and getting his strategy wrong. So that will be an interesting one to keep an eye on as well.
Yeah, 25-minute race this next one, so obviously we will definitely need to stop for fuel in this next one, even though he did obviously in the first, but we'll see all cars transiting the lane for some fuel at a minimum. I don't think you'll see anyone putting tyres on. With how long it takes to warm these tyres back up on these GT cars, it'll just be too much time lost on those first 3 or 4 laps and not enough to gain. So a little bit different obviously for race 2. A little bit more strategy involved, and obviously having a fuel tank that is only 33 litres large in this McLaren. Obviously it will be a little bit of strategy of when you pit and trying to find a gap to come back out on track.
Yeah, so what is your strategy? Obviously, undercut isn't as powerful when you're not changing tyres, but what's your thinking as far as when you get in?
A lot of it really depends on traffic for me. Obviously, you know, I mean, like you said, really the undercut as a tyre advantage isn't a thing. So if you're stuck in a battle pack like I was there, probably for the end of that race, and you're stuck behind sort of 2 or 3 cars and you're not really making any ground, pitting, as long as you can put the fuel into the tank, isn't a bad idea. Get yourself a little bit of free track and hopefully cut some laps without traffic in front of you, and then make an advantage when those other guys pit from obviously being stuck behind a car. It is challenging, obviously trying to work out the gap of where you're coming out to. There's a few little apps that certainly help out in the iRacing game. Race Lab's been the one I use to sort of see where the gap is that I'll pop out once I've stopped.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges, isn't it, with sim racing, is you got to figure all that out for yourself. It's not like real racing where you've got an engineer on the pit wall looking at all that for you and telling you when the best time to pit is. You've got to work it out for yourself. Does Sean have any
Yeah.
plans around strategy tonight?
Yeah, what I plan to do is stay out everyone's way. No, I do. The car is faster on low fuel, so I run the tank right out, put whatever fuel in. To me, that makes more sense. Unless you're getting held up, I'm starting P6. It's a reverse top 5, so I've got the fastest guys in front of me. They'll pull away. I'll have nice clear track as long as I don't spin it on lap 1 or 2. So my strategy is just to start going, and all the guys in front, as long as I keep up with them, I'll be happy. And if they pull away, I've got clear air. So it's about more keeping people behind me with my race pace. Yeah.
So you just disappeared to have a chat to the guys in race control, Sean.
I did indeed.
Have they been busy in race 1 or fairly quiet?
Very quiet, very disappointed. They wanted to hand out penalties, being their first night running it in the series. No, they weren't disappointed, but no one called anything in. There was a couple of minor incidents, but they all apologised and redressed and all the rest of that, so not really worth pursuing. And they are in a learning process, just like what me and Aaron did when we first started doing it. We obviously had a little bit of background knowledge, but you always tinker with race control to try and provide cleaner racing and a great perspective for the viewers. That's what we aim for. So, yeah, good luck to them, and I appreciate them coming on board and putting their hand up and having a go.
Absolutely. Yeah, big thanks to Pete and Ross for jumping in and helping out with race control, because it is a very important role. Just having someone in the server live that can look at things and sort them out on track, it just makes things run a lot more smoothly than when you're dealing with everything post-race. So thanks to those guys for jumping in and helping out with that.
Yeah, definitely. It's more post-race, you're not really held accountable. Whereas if you're live race control, they're held accountable on the spot for what they do. And that's what happens in real life, and that's what we're trying to mimic in Supercars NZ. So, yeah, it's good fun.
Absolutely. Well, we are done with the warm-up, so we're about to start gritting up for race 2. and we can have a look at how they are going to line up with the reverse top 5. Hogan Shrimpton takes pole position, Roger Forbert alongside him. Tinus Venter and Nico Cordia make up the second row there. Jaco Venter, on account of winning race 1, will start from P5 for this one. And then Sean McNamara is the first guy that starts where he finished. And we've got Noah Kitcher, Rob Carwood in behind. And then going back to Aaron Goodrick, Leith Swinney, Dan Turner, Louis Robertson, Wayne Hartnell, Stephen McCartan, Kristen Jenkins, Andre Elliott, Chris Zaluski, Bill Kilgour, Dan Nolan, Heath Mann, Grant Bristow, Tom McCall, James McKenzie, Adam Hughes. I think I might have jumped a bit too far there. No, Richie Foucher, Kevin DeFunterum, Steve Darren, and then Alan Scott. Oh yeah, I did jump a bit far there, but anyway, so Alan Scott, P28, Steve Vella, 29, Pete Roberts, 30th. And actually, I think Tennis Back looks like they're not going to be
Kevin pulled out too.
joining.
He manually
Kevin pulled out?
disconnected.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
there you go. So there's a bit of knowledge.
actually, Tennis, our race 1 winner, looks like he has bailed as well. So couple.
He should be beside me. Oh.
No, doesn't look like he's joined.
Oh wow.
I'm seeing his name
Oh.
still lighting up. He could have decided to start from the pit lane, so we'll wait and see if he does that. But yeah, he hasn't lined up behind the pace car. So Hogan Shrimpton is going to have control as the pace car peels off. And he's jumped nice and early, opens up a little gap over Roger Forbert. Bit of battling going on between Nico and Jaco in behind there. Down into turn 1 for the first time. Stephen McCartan already making moves early on in this one. Changed camera just a touch early there. They come into view now and we can see those Gamma Flare cars continuing to go side by side. Oh, there's a moment there. I think that was I thought it might have been Kristen Jenkins, but maybe not actually. It might have been a bit further back than where the ride-off was. But the field coming up. I don't like the sound of that, oh no.
Oh,
You needed to pull out.
There was about to be a 2 wide up roller coaster on the first lap, which never goes well. Unfortunately, that was just about Sean and Noah, probably in the barriers, but
At least he pulled out of it.
I've heard tyres spin in the background. Dan Nolan's off track and into the tyres. Looks like Roger went off track as well, but he has managed to come back on in P4. Hogan leading the way. Nico Cordia has managed to get ahead of Jaco Venter. So it looks like Tinnis did not start from the pit lane, so unfortunately we've lost him as well tonight. So we're down to 27 starters in this one. Dan Nolan being the last car on track at the moment. Stephen McCartan already up to P8, up 6 spots and putting the pressure on Noah Kitcher.
saw that move happen in my mirror as I outbraked myself into turn 1 by looking in the mirror.
Yeah, it was a good clean move there. Stefan got it up the inside, Noah gave him the space and got the move done, and looks like he's going to have half a look on you. You've given him plenty of space.
Unfortunately, massive amounts of understeer while trying to give him space, but lost a bit on Sean there, but that's alright. We'll get these tyres warmed up. It's a long race. Stefan for pace will definitely have it over me, so hopefully he just sits in there through this roller coaster section and we get to the back straight and he makes a pass under the draft.
Yeah, he does tend to be pretty patient with most of his passes. He's sent it down the inside on the corner before the oak tree there and done a good job to get back to the apex at the oak tree, and now he'll be hoping to get the drive out of there and probably use a bit of draft off Sean to protect himself when you're drafting back on him. He's almost actually gapped you down the straight though, hasn't he? So it looks like potentially running very low wing.
I had fortunately just had a 0.5 of a second slowdown there, a little bit too much curb at oak tree, and couldn't see the apex behind Stefan as he was up the inside, and had a sneaky little half a second to burn off there. So I was had to let Noah past as I lifted to burn that off, unfortunately.
I'm off track too, but I'm keeping quiet. I just got lost in it.
Clearly the one at Oak Tree's catching a couple of people out tonight, and obviously probably not just me and Sean.
Looking back off Sean's bumper, back at Stephen McCartan. That Mustang closing in, pulling out down the inside, and gets that move done.
I too, yeah. I had a massive, I think I hit Rogie a little bit there. That might have been a zero contact. Oh no, that was with, yeah, it was with Rogie. Had to pull out of that one.
Big battle going on down the order here. Bill Kilgour, Tom McCall. And just a couple of spots up as well actually. Tom's just getting onto the rear bumper of Grant, but Grant all over Adam Hughes at the moment as well. Good little battle pack going on for the miners down in 18th position Grant's in, and good little battle going on for the next couple of spots back as well. Great thing about Supercars NZ is you can always find battles all the way through the pack, and whether you're fighting over first or you're fighting over 20th or 21th, it's always 21th.
It's
so always every battle is like you're fighting for the world championship, and that's so cool. Everybody just wants to beat the guy that they're racing, and that's why we all do it. Bit of fun, bit of friendly rivalry, and that's why we love it.
For sure. Maybe you need to let everyone home know about 21.
21?
Yeah, it's a special number here at Supercars NZ.
Yeah, I think it was just a Wayne mistake that stuck, and so much shit was given to him that we just keep bringing it up.
100%, that is exactly what happened. So if Wayne's listening, we got you, buddy.
And that's the other reason we all love this, is because we turn up on a Tuesday night and a Thursday night and a Friday night and a Saturday night and just give each other shit.
Yeah. The strong survive.
Absolutely. Speaking
and
of giving shit,
stronger.
The weak need to get stronger, yes, correct.
Speaking of giving shit, Louis Robertson, one of the best at it.
How's he going? Where's he at?
He is sitting in P13, and he's putting plenty of pressure on Wayne Hartnell at the moment, but also receiving plenty of pressure from Andre Elliott. So a good little three-way battle going on here. He's going to have a look inside for that left-hander, but it puts him on the outside for the right-hander at the end of the straight there.
Bit of a different one. Have you checked where the cone is here, Sean? Is it at the start of the fence for pit entry?
Not sure, mate. Sorry, not too much help.
It's a very, very easy way to lose yourself a lot of track time, is going a little bit hot into pits, get yourself a speeding infringement in the pit lane, and have yourself a nice little 40-second hold to have to sit there and watch the time tick by. We've all been there and all done that, unfortunately a couple too many times. So.
Yep, me this season.
Where
was it?
I can tell you that as you were asking the question, I did happen
Yes.
to be able to see the yellow cone on screen, and it looked like, but remember, camera angles can mess with you a little bit, but it looked like it was in line with the start of the wall.
Well, that's good. Good little bit of knowledge. Just to get a little bit more preemptive braking, get the last little bit of speed out of everything you can.
How's everyone's incident points? Because this track's pretty good, but definitely on Tuesday we had a lot of people taking drive-throughs for too many off tracks.
Well, I can tell you that the off-track data that SDK is bringing up, nobody's over 4 on that at the moment, but that doesn't always marry up accurately with the actual incident points in iRacing, which I can't bring up without bringing up a whole lot of crap on the screen that nobody wants to see.
So, yeah, I'm on 3. There you go. There's a bit of knowledge.
We know what Sean's on.
I'll trump that one with a 1.
Show off.
Oh, James McKenzie definitely isn't on 1 anymore, because that would have been at least a 2x going around there. Chris Zalewski in pit lane, so it looks like he might be the first guy to blink. Just came out 10 minutes in. We're just short of 10 minutes in, so hopefully it wasn't too tight being able to get to the end of the first race, because he's got to do just over the length of the first race to get to the end of this one from here.
I think he might be pushing it, that one, pushing it out probably a lap too early, at least.
I just had to slow down.
I think that will be very touch and go, as you said there, Shane. He might be having to nurse that one home to get that there on that full tank with the cap limit we've got tonight.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on Chris and whether he's able to make it to the end. Stephen McCartan up into P3 now, who's looks like he's just recently put a pass on Jaco Venter. And we can even get a nice little replay of that. So he's a few car lengths back here. He's got a good run through the S's and nice send down the inside. Similar pass to what he put on you, Aaron.
Got it down there, got the job done. He's definitely carried some pace through that section, down through the dip there, and throws it in there, gets it stopped, and makes it work for him.
Absolutely. So now he's got 2 seconds to make up to the next car, which is Hogan Shrimpton. But the advantage he's going to have with that is that Hogan is in a tight battle for the lead currently with Nico Cordia. So these guys hopefully will look at the bigger picture and see Stefan coming at them and maybe work together to try and hold him off as long as they can. Although 2 seconds with the pace that we know Stefan's got, it's a decent gap, but 15 minutes to go, I don't know that it's going to be enough, but we'll keep an eye on that one.
This definitely tell you the McLaren does have a rev limiter, and it definitely just did not like third gear through there.
Well, at least these cars do have a downshift protection, so you can still obviously over-rev them as you just found out, but a lot harder to blow up a motor by hitting the downshift's a bit too hard.
Oh, he's gone in. I saw that.
Oh, and I've got a bit scared at the cone, and then actually just about sped. I slowed down too much, then got back on the throttle and just about sped into the lane. But here we go.
A few cars following you in as well, so obviously the right time to try and get out of traffic. But interesting that those guys behind all followed you in, because they're obviously just going to be start battling the same people that they were battling before.
You obviously didn't take my race advice.
Definitely did not take tyres. I'll give everyone that clip. But I'm slightly worried I might not quite have put enough fuel in that, but I did narrow the margin up a little bit. Hopefully it's not too much. I've just kept my place in front of Rob, so he's obviously taken around the same amount I have, but maybe a litre on the light side, litre and a half on the light side, I think. So might be a little bit of a save at the end here, but we'll see how we go.
So Stefan
I could give
McCartan.
Sean some advice, but I don't know if he would believe me.
Stefan McCartan, now that he's got a bit of fresh air in front of him, has just put the fastest lap of the race down, a 1:44.65. Nico Cordia pits from the race lead. Stefan McCartan follows him in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the, if I can find it, I can't find the pit time. Here we go, that's what I wanted. So Nico stopping for 9.2, Stefan stopping for 9.3 seconds. Well, they were shorter in the box than you, Aaron, so you might be alright.
Well, I was definitely a lot shorter than Noah. He's unfortunately lost 3 spots there.
Oh.
So he's probably overfueled that. If going by that data that you've just given me there, I might be alright, might be safe. It's all obviously depending on your fuel burn. Hopefully I'm not too heavy on it.
Yeah, so Noah was 12.5 seconds stopped, so 3 seconds longer than the majority of guys out there, all around that 9 to 9.5 seconds.
What's your plan, Mr. McNamara?
Got it coming in right now. Roger's pulled away. I had to slow down and he sort of got away from me. But he was a little bit quicker through the whole first race, so I'm not really pushing too hard. Just trying to get that result.
Oh, pushing the pit entrance too. Did you get it down to speed?
Yeah, I've practiced that many times, so I just didn't want to let Aaron know what I was up to.
Yeah, unfortunately mine wasn't the cleanest of speeds, and I didn't realise it was 60. I thought it was 80. So
Alright, so stopped in the box, obviously not going up on your jacks.
Oh, almost jumped him.
8.6, Sean.
Thank you. But I didn't get my man.
I think so far you're the shortest time stopped in the box.
Hope I've got enough fuel.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Nah, I've been lifting. I've been lifting all race on the long straight. Especially when I was right up Roger's back. There's no need to try and push him. So that's my aim was to pass him in the pit lane, but it didn't. Obviously, it hasn't worked out. But move on to the next round, and I'll try again. So
your strategy that you didn't share with us was save a little bit of fuel in the first stint to shorten up your stop time.
100%. Yeah, that was the aim. If I was a little bit closer entering the pits, I definitely would have got him.
I think you probably gained about a second on me there, an actual track gap from that bit of fuel save, less time on the pit stop there, and obviously I didn't have the smoothest entry into the pits, but
yeah, well that's what it's all about, as the old doing that.
potentially a bit of an overcut effect as well, with a couple of laps with tyres up to temperature while you're still warming your tyres up. Well, obviously you haven't changed tyres, but they do lose a bit of temperature when they stop in the box, don't they?
Lower fuel load, so therefore a faster lap. That's technically where I was going, which I did share at the start of the race. Yeah. So.
Well, this is not where I want to be side by side through here.
Oh, and Rob
I've only
Carwood
got 5 laps
sniff
of
it around
fuel,
the
so there's going
background
to
as
be
well.
a 4 laps left, because if it's 5 I need to start saving fuel.
That was just about a lose there. got the spaghetti arms out and saved it.
So I'm hoping this starter here is going to capture that save. Oh, yep, there we go.
It definitely got my attention, let's put it that way. It was the side by side down through there, just probably trying to give a little bit too much room. You get offline, give it understeer, and nearly came a cropper.
Yeah, you're certainly working the wheel hard to hold on to that one, so well done, good save.
Just looking down at some telemetry. Sorry to cut you off there, Shane. Just looking down at some telemetry. The left front tyre gets used pretty hard here. I don't know what Sean you're running, but I'm currently sitting at between 91 and 92 left front temp, which is cooking pretty good. A little bit too hot, but
I'm at
shows
91.
obviously we're pushing. Yeah, be nice to be in the 80s, but that's all right. We'll hopefully give it a little bit of a rest break here and get it back down into the 80s.
So Stefan's just past Hogan Shrimpton for the lead, so we can see that on replay. So got the draft down the straight, went to the left. That gives him the inside for the kink that sets up the braking zone, and then he's managed to get his car far enough up to be able to hold on.
Thank you, mate.
On the outside, and then takes the position on the inside of the next little left-hander there. Can't quite pick up where Stefan passed Nico, so I think he may have actually come out of the pits ahead of Nico, so just on strategy there, able to jump him. Actually no, they pitted together, didn't they? So
oh, we got a car off. And that is... It passed me so fast I didn't actually get a chance to see the name. I think it was Fauci. Unfortunately took a trip to the grass.
oh yeah, and looks like he's found the barrier as well. He's lost most of the rear end off that car and still trying to get back on track currently. Leaving the bumper, diffuser and rear wing dancing around on the grass, and he's actually towed back to the pits.
Yeah, coming up over the top of the roller coaster there, I saw the dust kicking up in the distance and came over the blind rise and just hoped there wasn't a car sitting in the middle of the track, but yeah, unfortunately he had already toured off to the weeds.
Did you not slow for a yellow?
No, there was no yellow. He was way off the track by then.
Alright. I'm joking. It's hard to follow race rules, though.
It is when you write them.
So hopefully, I think I managed to track down, yeah, this looks like I've tracked down Stefan putting the pass on Nico, so a little bit of lap traffic involved by the look of it there. He goes to the outside, they go side by side, and then more lap traffic involved, and Nico manages to get down the inside to get the spot back. But I think soon after that, Stefan was able to make it stick. Actually, that might even be 4 position on track, the car ahead of them, but out of sequence on pit stop, because if that's a lap car, he's not doing a good job.
What we got here to go? About a couple of minutes, is it? And we're just about done.
Can't be long.
Yeah, we are into the last 2 minutes, I think. Stefan is just coming up to the line now, so he should be taking the white flag. We might even see the flag man putting that out there. Oh, camera flashed past the flag tower a bit too quickly, so I didn't quite catch that, but that should be coming on to the final lap now.
We are.
Oh, Louis Robertson's had a big one. He's got a couple of wheels off that car. The rear bumper has managed to jump back onto the car. I think that is going to be race over for Louis. By the time he tows back to the pits, I don't think he's going to be able to get back out there.
This lap. Yeah, you got to give more info. A bit more info than that, buddy.
I want to pick up what happened to Louis because it was a big one, but we'll catch that after the race because we are on the final lap. Stephen McCartan holding a 17th of a second lead over Hogan Shrimpton. So Hogan sticking with him, but I think comfortable enough that he will be pretty happy with that and should be able to manage that through the last few corners here. Time just ticking down to that 20-minute marker now, and time is up, so you can absolutely confirm that this is the last lap. Stephen McCartan brings it through the final corner and onto the pit straight, and he will come across the line to take out the feature race tonight. Good recovery after the mistake in race 1, having to pit when nobody else did. Hogan Shrimpton comes home P2. Nico Cordia makes it a double podium tonight, and I'm sure he will be in the waiting room for a chat shortly. Always enjoy having a chat with Nico post-race. Roger Forbert comes home P4. Sean McNamara taking out P5. 1 spot up from your first race finish there.
Yeah, yep. Happy ears.
And Aaron Goodrick up 3 spots to finish in P6. Rob Carwood in 7th, Leith Swinney P8, Noah Kitcher P9, Wade Hartnell picking up a top 10 in 10th, Tom McCall 11th, Adam Hughes 12th, Andre Elliott 13th, Dan Turner 14th, Kristen Jenkins 15th, Chris Zalewski 16th, Bill Kilgour 17th, Jakob Venter 18th, Steve Darren 19th, Steve Vella 20th, James McKenzie 21st, Alan Scott 22nd. Those guys are actually just coming across the line now. Grant Bristow, our Race Week sponsor this week, coming home in P23. Heath Mann, last car on the lead lap, just coming down through the last couple of corners now. He is going to be P24 tonight. Dan Nolan has already come across the line a lap down in P25, and looks like Richard Fauci is going to be the last of our finishers in P26. Louis Robertson there, unfortunately, as I predicted, not able to get back on track after the tow with the big incident, and now I do want to find the data on that big incident because that was massive.
Yeah. So you're going to go back and show that replay, are you?
I am, and actually what I'm going to do as well is let you guys have a look at it while I'm doing that, since you've finished your race now.
Oh, well done. Thank you. Obviously, this replay brought to you by MRP. Thanks very much. Barry and the team. Boom. MRP. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, that's crashing the season. Can we see that one more time? Let's give it another MRP replay. Holy. Oh, that's some. You wouldn't do that to your worst enemy, would you? Do we need a different camera angle? Is that one? Should we try one more?
looks
Try
like
one
a
more camera angle to try and get a really good view
Well,
of it.
I was just wondering what it looks like from in car.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. So he's coming down here. I'm the man. He's going to turn in. Let's see what happens. Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh.
It's monsters.
absolutely drilled.
That replay is brought to you by MRP. Oh, how cool. How cool.
Wow, so that was massive for Louis. We do have Nico in the waiting room and not quite flying in the same way that Louis was there, but flying enough to pick up a couple of podiums tonight. Nico Cordia, well done.
G'day, hey, evening boys. Yeah, that's absolutely mental. Like far out. That was crazy. But yeah, great race. Really stoked with the podium. In heat 1 and heat 2, and being able to have a gamma flare lockout for heat 1. And Yaku having his first win with Supercars and Z, which is awesome. So yeah, pretty stoked with the round. Good little fight coming out of pit lane with Stefan and then Hogan.
Yeah, that was very
There was
cool.
definitely some good battles. Very, very good battles. Hey, I just want to, obviously I was part of the race there with you, Nico, but I just want to just check something out. We've only had race control for the first time this week, which I believe might be some of your long-term rallies from South Africa.
Yeah,
And you had a 1, 2, 3 lockout. How does that work?
That's awesome, eh? How it just fell into place tonight. I think I do owe some of the boys a bit of biltong, but yeah, we can sort that out.
Nah, it was well driven, man. We're very well driven. Cool to see you guys top the podium there in all three.
Yeah, pretty stoked with that. It was good having race control as well. I obviously take my hat out to Peter and Ross for putting their hands up to do race control for us here in the MRP GT3s, which is awesome. I think it really cleaned it out a bit, considering the track that Virginia is, and but it was good. It was good, hard racing tonight, and even having some fights with my teammates was awesome.
Good stuff. Anybody you want to shout out tonight?
Oh, just well, for one off, it's for Yaku for winning his first race here, which is awesome. Congratulations to him, and then just all the support and all the members in the background for Gamma Flare.
Absolutely, good stuff. Well, congratulations again on double podium for you personally tonight and the podium lockout in race 1 for Gamma Flare.
Thanks Shane. Thanks guys.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Alright, so that pretty much does it for us for tonight. Looks like Sean's already buggered off to the race channel to talk to the guys, but thanks Aaron for joining me tonight when I had no other friends.
No problem at all. Just a bit of a different view, I guess, from the driver's seat of two guys burning around there. And luckily, me and Sean didn't come a cropper and end up in the fence or end up towing. So might be something we do every now and again. Just change it up a bit, get a little bit of a different view and a bit of different commentary from when you're actually in behind the wheel.
Yeah, it was certainly good for something a little bit different. Big thanks, of course, to Devil's Cup Barbecue for being our Race Week sponsor this week, and of course MRP for their ongoing support of the GT3 and GTE series. We're going to be bringing you some more GTE racing in the last 4 weeks of this season, which I'm looking forward to. Big thanks to all the guys for coming out and having a race tonight and giving us a show to put on. Couldn't do it without all the drivers. Thanks, of course, to iRacing for giving us the platform to do it all on. And thanks to everybody at home for tuning in. We'll see you all next time.